Got some smooth jazz going on. Hello, 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 everyone. Woo! Welcome, welcome, welcome to another marvelous Monday. We're going to give you a few seconds to come on in, tell a friend, come on and join us tonight on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. Yes! We got somebody popping on already. Hello, hello. Make sure you tell us who you are and where you're from, okay? Because we can see you. Sometimes we just can't see you in our chat area. Frustrating. Got some good old jazz going on. Oh, sorry guys, itching a little bit. I just got in not too long ago. Out doing my thing in the streets. Sure, I got everything. Okay, we got a nice little beat in this one. Nice little beat.
I know, right?
Got a nice little vibe to it. I don't know why it's skipping though. It's like a record or something. I'm like, no. Or maybe that's like a little pause in the action or something like that. I don't know.
Said break it down.
Hello, everyone. Come on in. Tell a friend. Join us tonight. We got a great topic for you all this evening. Yes, we do. I think this is going to be a hot one. Definitely.
I think this is going to be very funny for me.
Is it?
I have a feeling that I'm going to find humor in a lot of these.
A lot of these suggestions.
Hey, you gotta laugh at something. What?
Girl, honey.
And then I think it'd also be enlightening to find out, those that agree with,
Yeah.
Everything ain't for everybody.
It just isn't. And that's true. That's very true. And the nice thing is about that we are a non-judgmental zone, okay? Non-judgmental zone. So
it all.
We're gonna kind of get into this tonight and have some fun with it as well. Maybe laugh at ourselves a little bit. Maybe laugh at. I know I am. When I was thinking about this, when I was thinking about this topic, I was laughing about myself. So
when you sent it, I cracked up laughing.
I'm like,
when you sent it, I just immediately broke out in laughter, like of all the things.
And it popped in my head, and I was like, because I know what we had kind of said we were going to do, but then I said, wait a minute, this popped in my head, so this is on my mind. This needs to come out. This needs to be discussed tonight. This needs to be discussed. Needs to be talked about, chatted up.
Yeah.
So, hello, everybody. We see you popping in. Make sure you let us know it's you. Tell us who you are. Say hello. If you want to you don't have to give your real name, because some of you I know use aliases. Right. To protect the innocent. To protect.
We are innocent.
Okay. And that's her story, and she's sticking to it.
I said we, as in all of us. We are innocent.
I did more innocent. This is my innocent face.
I'm not going in with the foolishness. I know that I am not that innocent. Okay, I'm just not.
I mean, I can be whatever I want to be.
Not around me.
Right.
Y'all can't be.
It's myself sticking to it.
Nobody has receipts, so
we're being bad either.
No
that part.
receipt.
Where are the receipts?
Where's the videos? No videos.
Receipts,
no videos.
No receipts, no proof.
There we go. It wasn't me in our shaggy voice.
That part. It wasn't me.
Can't prove it.
Once again, we want to welcome you guys to another Marvelous Monday right here on our live show, Juicy Child's Erotic Chat. I am your hostess with the mostest, Ms. Juicy. And of course, I could not do this without my beautiful melanated co-hosts in the house. Out in LA, in the big CA, burning it up. We got the beautiful, the vivacious, the absolutely stunning Ms. Danny's Windows. Yay!
Thank you. See, I'm not innocent.
Oh, okay. And then moving to the Midwest quickly, we have the gorgeous younger sister of mine. Yes, younger sister. Co-host, Miss Melanated, gorgeous, beautiful Miss Jasmine Purple Rain. Yay!
Hey!
And the crowd goes wild.
Right. Round of applause.
And they did this weekend. Amazing people.
Oh my gosh. Well, we want to welcome everybody tonight to the show. We are excited to be here as usual on Monday. I know pretty soon it's going to get difficult because you know what? I'm a football girl and Monday night football starts. But you know what?
I'm going to have to co-sign with you on that one.
It's going to be difficult, but you know what?
I heard that. I heard that. I'm
going to be right here. Now, if the Browns are playing, I may have to just postpone the show, but I'm going to be right here. I'll be right here.
The game is going to be on the screen. The game is.
Yeah, I'm going to have it on my iPad and probably interrupt the whole conversation. Go like that. You're going like, what's wrong? What's wrong? We might, you never know. We could also, because I know Miss Danny's Windows, Danny used to do a football talk show years ago, right?
Yes, Football Fan Rush Radio. I was producer of the radio show, and it starred my bestest friend, Cassandra Hunt, with my husband, Michael Intero White, and Bernard Mayfield. And they talked about all things NFC North.
All right.
Featured my bear.
We could do something like that, maybe. We'll see.
Well, I mean, I have a whole new dynamic because, at that time I was living in Chicago, and now I'm living in LA, and we've got 2 teams here. Not 1, but 2. I'm like, football overload. Like, who? I'm used to only having 1, and now I've got 2.
And me, I'm here in Cleveland, and I just got done spending my hot summer days at the Browns training camp. I went to about 7 or 8 training camps this season. Honey, hot and burnt. Hot and burnt.
I'm not ready. I'm not ready to be out with the masses just yet like that.
Well, it's all outside, so that's
I know.
Nice.
I'm still not ready to be around the masses like that yet.
Yeah, so this was
I'm sure there was a lot of people.
It was actually pretty nice. And I mostly went on days, I feel like I went on the lighter days, like during the week, because the practices were at 2 p.m., like Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, so people are at work. It's a little more difficult to get everyone now. The Saturday and the Sunday practices, of course, were pretty full, but everything is outside. So that's really nice. And we had some great days. It was hot as hell a couple of those days, but it was great. It was a great time. It was, especially because, and I agree with you. I don't do anything else. That was the only thing I've done so far. And believe me, I was nervous as doing it. So, but all systems are go. I had a great time. I just got to watch the team really concentrate and see how they're doing. So, yeah, it was quite fun.
How your Browns looking?
I'm a reserve my comments because I feel like we're a contender. Yeah, we're a contender.
Well, I'm going to say the same thing.
We're a contender.
And I understand.
Neither one of my teams are. I'm about to cry.
What's your teams?
I live in Indianapolis. The Colts is not going nowhere. And we always know that my Bears.
Well, that's mine too. That's mine too. My Bears, I'm a still ride or die no matter what.
I'm a ride or die. I'm gonna wear my colors. My orange and blue ain't going nowhere, but I just don't. If it happened, it happened.
That's how we look. That's just how we live. That is just how we live. But we still gonna root for our Bears to pull that shit off for real. Yeah. I can't say much about your Colts.
To the day I die. Orange and blue to the day I die.
Well, y'all coming to play Cleveland on Saturday.
Really no.
I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's preseason.
I may have to pay attention to that game there.
So yes, you play us on Saturday.
Oh,
it's the first Energy Stadium.
You know what? Darling. With the Bridgerton accent.
Yeah, and we're going to whoop that bear. Yes. But all in fun.
It's preseason.
It's preseason.
That's right. It'd be different if this was not preseason. But then I would talk a little more shit to you. But it's preseason, so I'm just not really motivated right now for that. Even though it does look good.
Right. We gonna do good.
In 3 weeks. Give me energy. In 3 weeks, I'll give you energy.
There we go.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Go dogs! Ooh. Okay, sorry. Anyway,
and that has been our football report.
There you go.
Today, ladies on football. Sexy ladies on football.
Hey, let me just tell you all, football is, I have combined, and y'all know I have, football and sex. So,
hey, we sure have.
Absolutely. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have combined it. There we go.
Yeah, too.
So, touchdown.
Right.
Best Super Bowl parties ever. So anyway, we don't even know what the hell happened at the game, but that Super Bowl party was the bomb.
I've heard of that.
Okay, so anyway, let us get on to our topic tonight because we do have a hot topic and it's going to be pretty interesting to talk about it. So once again, you guys, if you would like to jump on here and join us, you can, of course, on the live streaming, or please put your comments out there. Let us know that you're listening. We've seen some people pop on, pop off, pop on, pop off. So we welcome all of you tonight. I know it kind of started out as a football thing, but we got 3 girls right here that love some football. So sorry. But now we're going to get to the sexy part. Okay.
All right now. Let's go.
I got a thing for ball players. I know I do. I married one.
I'm gonna leave mine out of all of them out of it. Yeah, we'll just leave.
I'll definitely leave your mind out of it.
Leave them all out. So tonight's topic, guys, is getting your sex life in order. Mm. That's a lot. That really is a lot. When you stop and you think about your sex life, is it in order? Do you have it together? Whether you solo dolo or whether you're a couple relationship or whether you're in a poly relationship or multiple partners or whatever your case is, are you together? Do you have your sex life in order? Do you have it together? Or are you just kind of out here floundering, doing whatever, and are kind of lost when it comes to sex? Are you not being fulfilled? Are you not happy with yourself or happy with your partner? So we've got some stuff tonight. We're going to talk about it, unload on some of you guys. And we hope that you share with us because we're going to share with you. And we've all been there. We have all been there when everything does not go right in your sex life. Maybe we've talked a little bit about postpartum depression on some other shows, a couple shows back, as a matter of fact. Maybe you have a new partner and he or she is just not living up to the hype. some of us has gone there. Some of us.
Why does she just have a sound effect? Like, for real.
That one.
Why does she have a whole sound effect with that?
Sorry, it wasn't intentional.
It just
my damn computer. It just happened.
Somebody just chimed in and go, yeah. Oh. So sometimes that might be it. It could be just about anything. It could be having sex on your period. Some women do, some women don't. Some women want to know, how can you? Okay. So we got to get our sex life in order because, like I say all the time, it's important. And a lot of times we try to belittle sex. We try to make it this little minuscule piece of our relationship, but yet and still, a whole relationship will fall apart because either someone stepped out on the other person or cheated, in other words, or they're not getting enough sex or they're getting too much sex. I mean, there's a lot of reasons sometimes that relationships don't work out. And sometimes sex is like one of the number one things that's up there. I'm not getting enough. Do you guys have any thoughts on that, Danny? Do you think that people kind of belittle sex a little bit?
Actually, I think the opposite. I think people put a little bit too much on it.
Okay.
I think they put a little bit too much on it. It's a lot of expectation. It's a lot of, am I doing this right or whatever, when it's really not that intricate. How do I put, I think sometimes people put too much on sex to where they psych themselves out. And if you're honest about it, we're kind of, in actuality, feeling the same thing. Each person is coming to the table with a little bit of apprehension, a little bit of performance anxiety or whatever. But because we're in our bodies, we think that we're the only one feeling like that.
Okay.
And I sometimes feel like that psychs us out to not express ourselves. to where we do have these problems. So I don't think that maybe because they minimize it or whatever, but I don't think I think it's made to be something that's, oh my gosh, and it's really something that's more like, oh yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. Jasmine, you want to add anything? Oh, sorry. I have one little gnat flying around here today.
I kind of agree with Danny. But for me also, it's one of those things where I feel like at least in my generation, the expectation of sex is more prevalent. It's like one of those things. It's like test driving the car before you buy it type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody wants it now. Even with social media and communication and getting to know somebody, the first thing they ask to see is your body, or the first thing they offer you is their body. So I think it's one of those things. Like it's the first thing that's put on the plate when it should be the last.
Okay.
I'm one of those. I can explain it best like this. I believe that unless all of your bills are paid, you shouldn't be fucking. Like if you're struggling to pay bills, why are you worried about fucking? That's just my mentality of it. Let me handle business first. Sex is for pleasure, and I'll get to that when I can handle business with no questions asked.
Mm.
So you have basically, you have prioritized.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
And
I feel like sometimes it gets in the way. Like
mm-hmm.
it
you have self control.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm also now that I'm older because I didn't used to always feel this way, and I don't mean to say, there's no romance without finance, but I had gotten to a certain point in my single life that more men were willing to lay with me, but none of them were able to help me in a bind. So I rather satisfy and please myself, because if you can't, even if I'm in a bind and you're willing to lay in a bed with someone who is in a bind and can't take care of their household, then what does that say about you? Because you're willing to give me a wet ass, but you can't loan me $20 for gas. So why am I constantly giving myself to you and you can't have my back? That's kind of where I got to in my life. And not that I ever needed anybody, but I had at a certain point in my mind, I had to just think of it like that, because I had so many people trying to fuck me and wasn't offering anything else but a wet ass. And I can do that for myself and get myself a better feeling than what I could laying in the bed with them, because I know my body.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to prioritize it. I'm a single woman with kids. I had to prioritize it.
Now, and here's the thing. And I commend you. I know your struggle. So, um, but there's a lot of women out here, especially these young ladies that I'm seeing. Not all of them, but a lot, that are not at this point that you are, where they're not prioritizing their sexual adventures, or do you feel that the women nowadays, the young girls nowadays, are basically thinking, and I'm just, throwing this out there, thinking that, okay, look, I gave you some pussy, you need to give me some money, or you need to pay a bill, or because I've heard some of these young girls
Yeah, they do feel that way, and I don't
talk
I
like
don't feel like it's fair. Um, I do feel like a man should never lay where he ain't paying, but at a certain point, we have to start taking responsibility for ourselves and not expect every man to finance us because he's fucking us. Because sometimes that's all it is. He doesn't want the responsibility of everything else. He just wants your pussy. And as a woman and a young woman, yes, we're sexually liberated. Yes, we are not in the dark ages, as the younger generation says, "We not in the old days where you gotta court me and da 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 da. I just want to fuck just like he do." Okay, but at some point, take responsibility for yourself and understand he's fucking you on a mattress on your floor, and he's okay with that. He's fucking you knowing that you gotta pay your rent in 2 days, and he just asked you to help him get home. Y'all fucking the wrong motherfuckers. You gotta prioritize some shit. Yeah, they doing some fucked up shit out here, but it's just you. It amazes me, but it's not even just women, because even it's not. You have to put some of it too. I put it on the men and the women because I've seen situations where even in like with all of social media with people catching people cheating and stuff like that. I just seen this one video. Granted, it was the lady's Airbnb, but her dude took the side piece to the Airbnb to fuck, and the mattress was on the floor, and they fell asleep. And so when she walked in the house, they were asleep on the floor after her just fucking. And it was okay with you to be fucking him on a floor in an unfurnished house? Because then the young lady got up and said, "Oh, I knew something was up." But you still opened your legs. Priorities is fucked up just to get a nut. And I wish as women we would go back to the ways that our mothers and our grandmothers raised us to be, because this new shit ain't about the right.
And a lot of it is okay. So as we talk about this topic tonight, as we talk about getting your sex life in order, I think we have to start at the beginning. And I think the beginning is self-respect. Yes. I think it starts there. It starts with individual self-respect. And some of these young guys, young girls, they don't know what that is. They have no clue. Because once again, we're not reaching one, teaching one. Mm-hmm. So they're kind of out here willy-nilly doing whatever willy-nilly. So now we have a bunch of people that want to backtrack. That's what I call it. We're going to backtrack. We're going to try to go backwards to fix it. You can't go backwards. You can't start over, unfortunately. Now you can start anew from where you are, but you can't go way back. So you have to learn from your mistakes in order to move forward.
Yes.
But we're still not reaching one, teaching one when it comes to having some self-worth about yourself. Understanding that there's other ways to be intimate. That doesn't mean insert dick here.
Because that's not always intimate.
That's
not intimacy.
That's not intimacy. That's a physical act.
That's fucking.
Okay. That's fucking, making love, whatever you want to call it, screwing.
That's not making love. No. Making love.
Well, I'm saying what they call
it.
Nowadays. Oh, he loved me, girl, because really? He fucked my brains out last night.
That does not equal love, honey. Trust me.
The phrase that cracks me up when you say that, it brings a phrase to my mind when girls be like, "Girl, he handing out relationship dick." What is relationship dick? What? Because he fucks you good?
What?
Girl, I had somebody tell me that one time.
Wait. No. Rewind that to me. What did you just say?
She said he was handing out relationship dick.
He's handing out relationship dick.
Meaning he's fucking her like they in a relationship. I said, no, that's just good sex, honey. That if you hang out with me, you'll get that all the time. But I'm just like, relationship dick? That's what we're calling it. Oh, okay.
First of all, handing out,
right?
That part alone just completely nullifies.
And they were referring to somebody in the lifestyle. It was somebody new to the lifestyle that got fucked real good, and she was like, "He's handing out relationship dick." I said, "Honey, that's just
That's
the dick."
an oxymoron.
It is. It is. You'd be amazed at the shit I hear. I crack up.
Oh my God, no, baby, no.
But this is the stuff that's coming out because we are not educating. We are not sitting down and having those 3 C's, those clear, concise communications. We are not talking about sex and what it entails and the feelings and the emotions and the what kind of goes into this. We can talk all day long about a wham bam thank you ma'am.
I oh my gosh, I am so glad
Which
that my
is
daughter not how I did. Oh Lord.
so wham bam thank you ma'am would be our equivalent of relationship dick, okay? But we definitely have to have these conversations, and we got to do better at it. But more importantly, we need to sit down and figure out what is good sex, what is a fuck, what is making love, what, because there's differences, there's levels to this stuff. And I think some folks are just stuck on the most basic of levels.
Yes.
And do not know how to level up. I have no clue. We've got a comment that says we are failing our kids by not schooling them properly. Yes,
absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I'm sorry. I'm still trying not to be mad at that. I'm really over here trying not to be like, huh?
But when you don't know, this is what you come up with.
I know. I guess
they just gave another comment too. It says they confuse love with sex, and that is so true.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely. Like, dude, no, honey, that him sticking his dick in your pussy is not equal. I love you. Him busting the
even if he whispers it. Wait a minute. But we have to take that a step further, because you see what happens is these young boys be telling these young girls that are broken. I'm gonna say it again. These young boys be telling these young girls that are broken, I love you. If you love me, you would do this. If you love me, you would do that. I love you. I'm willing to give you relationship dick.
Every time I hear it, I just get like, oh, with that. Oh my goodness. Oh, don't do this to y'all.
But there's a lot of things that we're not discussing. There's a lot of things that we're not talking about. There's a lot of things that aren't, we're skipping a whole generation of sexually active young folk. And once again,
and I do believe that is because we have the parents don't know. I'll be honest. I knew, but if I'm honest with you, I'm very glad I met you when I did, because that was around the time when it was time to have the conversation with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a lot more open and allowed her to see and was able to answer the questions or know how to find the answers to those questions, to where she's now, her friends come and talk to me too.
And here's the thing, guys, we can't, as parents of young kings and queens, that's what we want them to become. We do not want them to become the court jesters that someone that's hollering, I got relationship dick going on. That's a court jester. That's not a king. Okay, that's a court jester. Okay, because he's out here doing it to anybody with any, and we're not even going to talk about STIs yet. We ain't even got there, but we have to do better in having these conversations, and we have to do more to make sure that these conversations are happening. Because, like, as I've said over and over again, I've been in this business for going on 35 years. It'll be 35 years in December. And I go to shows and I do shows and I go to home shopping parties and I do those home shopping parties. And we have a lot of great conversations. And guess what? I talk about the same 5 things. That's why I'm good at it. I've been talking about the same 5 things for the past 35 years. Guess what? The answers haven't changed. And neither have the questions. And that, my friends and followers, is an issue and a problem. Because
Why
we
are we
can't.
so scared? Why are we so scared to answer these questions? Why are we so what's the word? I don't know. We're scared. We're embarrassed.
Yeah.
Like I
Intimidated.
try to intimidated.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of the things that it could be that you don't have the information yourself. So when it comes to you, you don't know what to do yourself. And as a parent, you want to be able to have the information or know what to tell your child or your adult in training.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they are, adults in training. What is it like? I would really like. I want my kids to have the information. I want them to be
I
able
make
to make
sure
educated
mine
decisions.
does, and most people think I'm wrong because she's 17, but she's already got 3 friends with baby. One just had a baby 4 months ago, and 2 of them are due in the next 2 months. I have to make sure my baby knows what's going on.
Right.
Absolutely.
And things haven't changed because, as much as I hate to admit it, I know that there are men in their 20s, early 20s, waiting for her to turn 18, waiting to be able to try to manipulate her. I'm gonna make sure
That
she knows what it is.
someone said I was shocked that some 20 somethings doesn't know what a dental dam is. Never used a
Ooh,
female condom.
yeah.
Honestly, yeah, because that's not something that was really. I remember when I found out. I haven't really even heard someone even bring those things up in years.
They
I
don't,
want
because
to say
when I bring them up, people look at me like I'm foreign.
it's been
Well,
about a decade.
I sell dental dams. Juicy Boutique has dental dams. They're on the table. Okay, I sell those, and people don't know and they're flavored, and people don't know what the hell they are.
And I've even done a class on if you don't have dental dams, cutting a condom open to use it as one, and they look so shocked.
And then you have now the female condoms are not, from what I understand, they are really not on the market anymore.
Yeah.
That I don't think that
Because
was. I understand what they were trying to do.
right, but it doesn't
No,
work with every woman's body. So they were
no,
having more issues than not.
yeah,
Um,
that in
it
theory,
didn't. It was a
because
great.
you all
Yeah,
really want us to take responsibility for all of it, not all of you, but you know what I mean.
right. And
I
and
think
once
the best
again,
thing that I've seen is the non-latex condom that works like a latex condom.
hey Corey. Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing: birth control is pretty much, when you look at how the list for females of birth control there is, okay, and the list for males, females,
Vasectomy condom.
males, females, male. Okay, obviously, it's going to be fall on us to have more responsibility. If you look at the fact that we're the one that carries the child, hopefully to term successfully, and he can go out the front door. I'm just gonna make it plain. I'm gonna make it plain. Not all. We got a lot of good guys out there that will, you know, take responsibility, do what they're supposed to do. But we got a lot of them walk right on out the front door, act like they never touched you.
Yep.
Then we've got, I don't know if you guys ever get to watch Paternity Court, but we got 50 million men standing up there talking about it ain't mine, it ain't mine, it ain't mine. I need a DNA test. And then and guess what? It's yours. You are the father. You are the father. You were in the pussy, so you are the father. I mean, what, guys? I'm just that would be. I'm just saying. You was there. You was in it. You was up in it, up to your damn knees, and then you want to act like you won't act like, oh no, it was only one time. Boy, go stay in health class a little bit longer, okay? Because it only takes one time.
That part.
And for you that are, I can't use that word, but for those of you that are not educated enough, gentlemen, you don't even have to put it in, okay? You don't have to ejaculate. You don't have to do anything. You could just barely put it in and have some pre-cum, which guess what? That carries sperm. You could be on the rimming part of it, and one of them little bad boys could just swim his little way on up the tubes and on.
I think I can. I think I can. I think I can.
You know what? We're going to hell.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We telling the truth today. Y'all gonna hear the truth.
Oh, shit.
Because you have been on Fantasy Island way too long, okay? The little little internet can did, okay?
Okay. I think I can. I made it.
I did it. And he's celebrating all up in that egg, okay? You know, you just have to understand that this is we can laugh a little bit about this right now, but let me just tell you, it's not funny when you out here just doing anything willy-nilly, and the next thing you know, you have created a child. You have a little person that you need to take care of.
$40,000.
Well, and then the other part of it is, okay, let's say a child isn't created, but what about the STDs and STIs? Because y'all ain't protecting yourselves.
No, because if you're sitting here worried about, did I get her pregnant, that meant you went in there raw. Let's just be honest. Let's just put it out there. Let's be honest. You went in there raw. You didn't wrap it up. You didn't think about wrapping it up.
My test results stay in my purse.
Shut up the club. Shut up the club.
You have to, we have to do better. That's one thing that we have to do. We do have to do better. And it's important that we have these conversations. And we really get rid of some of the myths, and we make sex more acceptable and more of an open conversation with truth instead of half-truths, myths, lies, period, falsehoods. You know, sometimes that quote unquote scared straight tactic that parents, you know, Danny, you've had it. You know, I probably did it to my child as a baby. I would whisper in her ear, if you touch it, you'll die. You know, just so she
can't be scarring us like that. No, that don't work.
Subliminal messages.
Oh, man.
And here I am just trying to figure out how to have the conversation. I'm just trying to figure out how to have the conversation with the man child. Okay.
That was the easier one for me.
No, not for me. Mentally, it was easier to deal with my daughter. Mm-hmm. Because I had been her. She's my twin. She's my twin. It's easier to have that conversation.
My daughter was the last one for me, but it was a little easier for my son, even though his Scorpio self did exactly what they do. He Scorpioed and did the exact opposite.
Leave us alone. Leave us alone. We do that.
Hey, y'all do. It's like telling y'all to not do something is like saying, do that.
Hey, Grandma. Hi, Grandma.
Hey, it's Gigi to y'all. It's Gigi. Thank you.
Oh, excuse me, Grandma. I mean,
That's my name too, Gigi.
Yeah, see, I'm not the only one. See,
Yeah.
I'm too
Anyway,
young to be a grandma. I'm too young to be a grandma. Okay.
thank
I'm
you,
38.
thank you. I don't think I'm not. That's the age I was when I became one.
So
And
anyway,
biologically, she's not mine, but she's still Gigi's baby. But okay.
But hey, I'm still sexy, so it don't matter.
there you go. There you go. That's it right there. That's all. That's
be a
all
gilf.
that matters.
I'll be a gilf.
Gigi's don't wear muumuus no more.
No, no, honey,
What do
we
they
don't.
wear? What do they wear? Never mind.
What don't they wear is the question. We out here wearing crop tops, tank tops, bikinis, lingerie.
And they 35. Okay, so anyways. So the main thing, like I said, like we said, like, you know, we were talking about, the main thing is to have the conversations that we need to have to get us back on track. So we're going to talk about people that are really actually together. Okay, they're really in a relationship of some sort, and let's just say that, you know, the thrill is gone a little bit, or you know, life has happened, because it often does. It often interferes with sexy time or play time. So we definitely want to tackle some of that, how to get people back on track, maybe due to work, due to age, due to accidents, due to, you know, I had the accident, life in general. Maybe you had to move, maybe you're separated because of jobs. How do you get back that love and feeling? How do you make sure, that's nasty girl down there, make sure that
Sexual healing came in my mind. I'm sorry.
we can play that next, right? Make sure that you have some kind of a checklist, or some way of keeping everything hot, tight, and together, because a lot of times things happen that we really don't have any control over. So with that said, we're going to take a little short pause for the cause. Yes, we got a couple of bills to pay. So we're going to do that. We're going to let you guys meet some of our wonderful sponsors. And then we're going to be right back with more Juicy Tales Erotic Chat right after this little short break. Don't go nowhere.
This is Miss Juicy of Juicy Boutique, your one-stop shop for erotic excellence. We have BDSM products, we have games, we have lingerie, we have it all, whatever it takes to make your juicy journey exciting and romantic. Make sure you check out our full selection of products. Let us set up for that home shopping party, bachelorette, birthday, anniversary, divorce. It doesn't matter. Wherever erotic fun is, you can find Juicy Boutique. We are RA Media, radically authentic media consulting. Give your story a voice with RA Media. Email us at nick@ramediallc.com. Kingdom Inspirations is your digital media shop. Our mission is to provide elegant and high-quality editable templates that suit your business, personal, and educational needs. Check us out on etsy.com/shop/Kingdom Inspirations. Email us at kingdominspirations@gmail.com.
Who came to make sweet love? Not me. Who came to kiss and love? Not me. Who came to beat it up? Rocky. And don't use those hands to put up that gate and stop me. When we.
All right. Once again, we want to thank our wonderful sponsors, Juicy Boutique, your infamous Miss Juicy's business. Okay, infamous. Adult toys, novelties, and lingeries. Make sure that you check us out on Facebook. And, you guys can just hit me up. You know how to do these things. Also, we want to give a shout out and thank you to RA Media LLC out of Indianapolis, Indiana. They can help you put together your own commercials, help you with getting your advertising out there for small businesses. They have great packages for you to put together. So get your businesses noticed. You want to do that. You definitely, especially if you're not good at putting, the right size. Danny knows I suck. Put the right size picture in. Anyway, I don't know how to do all that, but RA Media LLC can definitely help you do that. Make sure you hit up Nick for that. Also, we want to thank Kingdom's Inspirations. They are edible templates. So if you're on the go and you're a business person and you're looking for forms, this is a great place to go get some of those forms from. And you can put in your information. You don't have to recreate the wheel. So you can do that with Kingdom's Inspirations. They have some great forms out there for you in Etsy. And of course, oh my God, if you missed the show with the man himself, Mr. DC, and the commercial still is pretty much blowing up the internet with Miss Danny's windows in it. Oh my God. Okay, look, you need to get you something. The chair, the mirror. If you are into the BDSM lifestyle, this man can special order. Mr. DC can special order it for you. He can make it in the color you want it in. But if you want to step up your game and step up your furniture line for BDSM, this is where you want to be and go and get your
chair. I want
and be discreet about it. They're very discreet.
No one will ever know. How will they know?
It's going in my dungeon anyway. It don't matter.
There you go. Absolutely gorgeous. So Pleasure Lies Within. Some great pieces. We can't wait to have him back on the show when he gets ready to introduce some new ones. So out in LA, California, yes, he can ship the pieces to you. So custom orders, he definitely is taking. So if you missed that show, go back a few weeks back and you can see it. And definitely be a part of Pleasures Within. Okay, guys? Yay!
Pleasurelieswithin.com.
Oh, Pleasure Lies Within. Did I miss the lies? I always miss. Sorry. Always miss the lies.
You're just all about the pleasure. We know.
Yeah, I want that mirror.
I bet.
Oh, yeah. And just so y'all know, my plus size girls, his shit holds plus size. I'm just saying. So, you might want to stretch first, though. Just get your stretch on.
Oh, you definitely want to stretch first.
For sure.
You definitely want to stretch first.
So,
don't play yourself. I don't care how young you think you are.
Right. You don't talk about you pulled a hammy.
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't say you pulled a hammy, because we're not trying to hear it.
That
Okay. Stretch first for sure. So, getting back to our topic, getting your sex life in order. I found a couple of things that I wanted to talk about on this topic as well. And these are a few things, because sometimes we do get caught in a rut when it comes to sex, and we might need something just to kind of kickstart our relationship a little bit more, maybe make it so that we have more time to be intimate or to have sex with our partners or partner or how many ever you have. But a lot of times, like we said earlier, life, and I think we can all attest to that, kind of gets in the way sometimes of our play. So one of the things that you can do to improve your sex life, if you have children, kick your children out of your bed. Okay. There are I didn't do it personally because my daughter had her own bed when she came home. Now she did sleep with us for a little bit because she was just, little and scared and getting the days and nights mixed up. But for the most part, she slept in her crib next to our bed, but she was not in the bed with us. Anybody else have that issue or?
So for me, when my divorce happened, me and my children moved into my parents' house. So the three of us were sleeping in the same room for about 3 years. When we got our first apartment afterwards, son wanted to sleep in the bed with me every night because he was used to me sleeping next to him every night just because we were in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me about a year after we moved to get him to understand. And he's 11 now. This was just 4 years ago. I need you to sleep in. You have a bed. You have a room. He was scared to, he was used to being next to mommy. So I get it. It's hard to do sometimes. And by the time we got our own place, I was ready to start dating again and stuff like that. And was dating somebody significant. And I can't have him come over because you want to be in the bed with mama every night. I would come home from work and already be in my bed sleep. I'd be like, wait a minute.
Little cock blocker. No.
That. Amen to that, because he is. I can't even have company because he at the door talking about, who are you?
Yeah, starting early. That's what I was gonna say. Starting early. he ain't even full grown yet.
Oh, he said, "Who are you?" Wow. Well, seeing that I've been married 21 years now, I did not have that issue really. Even with my oldest, he mainly slept in his crib. I mean, even maybe if it was something in the same room, it was still in his crib. Jaden and Michaela, they had bassinets next to the bed, so that when it was time, they would go in that. And my husband was a very much so a proponent for no, they need to sleep by themselves. We need our bed, and I respected it and we acted accordingly. Okay. And it was more of a thing of getting them out of our room, not our bed, but it was out of our room. And if I'm honest about it, even until this day, it's hard to keep them out of our room. But we have no problems about the bed. No problems about the bed.
And like I say, everybody's got their own dynamic to their family, and I get it. And sometimes some things are for necessity reasons, as what Jasmine just shared with us. And then, other times we may have to, maybe we're the ones that can't cut the cord, so to speak, as a parent, and we're too overprotective. So just be very cognizant of what you're doing, understanding that this is going to be a habit. It's making it into a habit, and it's making it into something that they are going to always want. And yes, it's difficult. We all know that as parents, as moms, it's difficult to put your kid out the room and watch them cry, for hours or whatever. Not for me really, but she's gonna cry for 15 minutes and go to sleep. But some parents can't deal with it. Some parents just can't deal with the crying and stuff like that. So they give in, and then the child's back in the bed between the mommy and daddy. And once again, you don't have any sexy time. And some parents will, whether it's the husband or the wife or both, might even resent in the back of their minds, deep down, because we don't have any time together.
Mm-hmm.
And that takes a toll. It does take a toll on your relationship. So learn to do that early, if you can. Find, there's plenty of books out here, and there's plenty of experts that you can go to that are absolutely free, that can tell you how to kind of break that cycle of having your child sleep with you, and allow that child to have their own space, because that's what they're going to need as they grow up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And in the meantime, between time, while you're working on it, do some other stuff, like, go in the bathroom, or maybe in the living room, where somebody's not, like, sneak a little bit. That's a little spicy. You never know. Go to the
There you go.
car.
There you go.
I've definitely done that.
This is that brings me to our next one, which is practice foreplay. Now, I thought this one was super duper interesting, and I didn't think about it. I mean, I was thinking about, of course, foreplay, but practicing foreplay is a little different than just doing foreplay. And what they've stated is, yes, I said practice. If you aren't in the habit of, or kind of think of it as preheating an oven, it might take a little while to know what works best for you both. Don't give up just because it feels awkward at first. And it's true, guys, foreplay for women does not start in the bedroom. So if you want to improve your sex life, don't skip it, okay? Don't skip it. Foreplay definitely is important. And to practice it, a little blow in the ear, a little smack on the ass, a little,
I like all of that.
A little something, something that, yes, ma'am. I don't know if she's raising because she likes it all or she's got an idea. What is?
I like it all. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Okay. So
walk behind, smack me on my ass while I'm cooking breakfast.
Just walk behind me and smack me on my ass. I don't gotta be doing shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true too.
But smack and then rub, because I'm not the one that likes just I like that nice rub with the.
Not just
like
the stingy.
grip.
She's not just the stingy.
No, I'm talking about the smack and then the rub, but I do like a nice little.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
I got a lot.
And these are things that he can learn. And if he doesn't know, because some men, first of all, you don't close mouth, don't get fed, y'all. So sometimes you got to open up your mouth and let him know, okay, baby, I love it when you smack my ass, but could you rub it when you done smacking it a little bit? Oh, and just go ahead and grab it. Right then and there, not only am I getting myself excited thinking about the next time, but now he's thinking about the next time. And guess what, y'all? That's foreplay.
Did you hear the voice? Did you hear she did the voice too? She did the voice too.
You can attract more. My grandmama told me, and I think this is one thing that our young girls have missed. And I don't know where it has gone, but you can attract more bees with honey than with vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
And some of you young girls, your mouths are doing nothing but attracting vinegar.
That is true. I don't know if y'all seen it. My video that I posted the other day on Facebook. I got so many inboxes after it because they was like, you were just so nice about it. I mean, it is what it is. It's a simple request. You want to see me plan something, but I'm not about to be mean about it. They were like, you were so sensual and we're giving bedroom eyes. I just had to inbox you and ask you out. Okay.
So
But you
he got
attract-
the message.
Huh?
So he got the message.
Yeah. They all got the message, but it was people that I wasn't specifically talking to, but they all got the message.
Exactly my point. The message was given and it was received by multiple. But it was received.
And the thing is,
nice about it.
A lot of people like, girl, he ain't shit. He ain't this. And you know what happens is you speak that into existence. And
Yep.
Danny and I know very well, and Jasmine, we know all about when you put it out in the atmosphere, you put out in the atmosphere what you about to get back.
Yep.
Your words
I
are
have
stuck.
learned it. I learned mine a little later in life, but I have learned it. You do. You speak your own demise. You speak your own self into having a bad relationship because pretty much that's all you put out into the atmosphere. So that's what the atmosphere is going to send you.
Yep.
So
Yep.
watch what you say. Watch what you say because number one, you never know who's listening. Never know. So let's go on. Let's see. This next one said prioritize, and this is a good one for my busy folks. Prioritize time with your spouse. Now, I was never that type of person that I like spontaneity. Okay, I do like spontaneity, but as busy as I have become, I can't do spontaneity. We're gonna have to schedule something.
Yep.
And I never thought I would like to schedule
Date night.
being, yeah, a little more than not even just date night, but just some time, just some fuck time, some screw time, some sex time. I never thought I was gonna have.
In my mind, that comes with date night.
I gotta put no. We only got an hour, baby. You got an. I'll meet you in the bathroom in an hour. Okay, I mean, when you become busy, which I'm always busy, but I'm just saying, I never thought about it. And I listened to sister, the Maury
Tia Mowry.
Tia Mowry, thank you. Was listening to her and how they had to schedule time for sex because their schedules were getting so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't. At first I was like, it feels like it might be a little stiff. But I guess if we're going to do this, and this, you kind of get to anticipate a little bit about what's coming up. And you can maybe send each other little text messages. I can't wait until 2:00, or I can't wait to get, whatever it might be. So scheduling some time sometimes for people that are busy, it can still be very, very romantic. It can still be very nice because even if you're with someone who's busy and maybe you're not as busy and you still need to schedule the time, maybe you will have time to really set something up super nice and really surprise, your partner with it or something along those lines. But what are your thoughts on scheduling, like some time?
I'm all for it because I have 2 businesses and 2 children. Plan something. No, but seriously, and being single and dating, it's a little bit harder to do because men don't seem to understand that I'm busy. They're like, you're always busy. I don't understand you. What do you make time for? Give me a reason to make time. Schedule something. Get in my schedule just like everybody else does. And I usually say that to them and they take it harshly, but at the end of the day, for me, it's because I don't need anybody financing me. I'm financing myself. So if you don't want me in your pockets talking about what you bring to the table, I need you to schedule time with me. My priorities have shifted. Now, if I was in a relationship and married, my scheduling reasons would be different, but I would still want to schedule it because sometimes I want that time to completely shut out the rest of the world and focus on my partner. When
That's
you can
good.
schedule that time, you can schedule something like, we're not going out of town, but let's go get a room for the night so we can shut everybody out. It's just us. or go on a date night or go on the move, go do something that we just can't not necessarily always do spontaneously. Now, sometimes those times do come up where neither one of us got nothing to do and like, okay, let's go do something. But more times than not, I just rather you schedule something, because if you schedule time with me, for me, and this is why I said what you said earlier, in contradiction to what you said earlier, if you're scheduling time with me, then the sex is going to come with that, because I'm going to block out the rest of my day to be with you.
Okay. Danny, what do you think?
I understand exactly what she's saying, but I am absolutely definitely a different place in my life. I'm. It can be scheduled. It can be spontaneous. It don't matter as long as we get it in. It's honestly, as we've gotten older and as we've gotten older in the relationship, it's been almost 25 years of us actually being together. I don't know. I guess certain things just sex is good, but sometimes the intimacy of just kind of just being cuddled up is enough. Sometimes the intimacy of talking about something and reminiscing or just being in each other's space is enough. It's not always have to be a big production or anything. Like something as little as I'm sleeping, he cuddles with me and then tells me I cuddled with you last night. I don't remember the shit, but it was beautiful. That's beautiful to me. I know that sounds crazy.
There, I can't wait.
I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. It's those things that you start to understand that honestly, and that's why I said I don't know if I'm saying this correctly for what the topic is, but I feel like sex is really this small when it comes to the grand scheme of a relationship.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, because you have 25 years in. I think when it comes more to prioritizing and making sure sex gets in, it could be for, and you have 25 years in and you're good. Y'all are on the same page. Does that make sense?
And don't get me wrong, sex is still great.
Right. But
So
you all are mentally on the same page. I think prioritizing and trying to do all of these different things that we're mentioning today, one is for single people who are trying to get to where you are, or two, for the married or committed couple that life has just gotten completely in the way and they don't even think about. Like, especially when you have a relationship with a couple where the husband is always like, babe, I want to have sex, babe, I want to have sex, babe, I want to have sex. And she's like, I got the kids, I got dinner, we both got work. Like, where they make other things a priority and forget about their relationship and dating each other and bonding with each other and having that intimacy. Y'all got that intimacy. So it's a little bit different because it puts it on a different, like you said, it puts sex in a smaller percentage because sex is great. But the important part is that intimacy part of it. And a lot of couples lose the intimacy because they're not having great sex.
Got it. Yeah. I can go with that one. Definitely. Yeah. I'm
not worried. And then
I'm worried about at all.
The other part of that would be is, honestly, people want to be where you guys are already at.
In 5 seconds. They want to be there immediately.
They want to, and everything. Once again, we've talked about that before, Danny. Instant grits. Everybody thinks relationships. Everything is instant. This is right. This is 25 years. This is a long road to haul to get to this place. Everyone doesn't get there, and everyone doesn't get there the same way. Everybody's going to have a different path. And but the point is we want to see more relationships get to 25 years. If that's what everybody has been if that's what your end goal is that what your end game is to make it get to 25, 30, 40, 50 years, then we have to find ways for you to get there, because some of these people ain't gonna get past 2 years.
I didn't make it
You know
past
what?
5.
I think the part that kind of gets me is, and I don't know, maybe I'm always been a sexual person, but it's like this quest for sex. It's like we're told that sex is this and that and everything else, what makes you really want to figure it out and know what's going on, and then you get to have some sex, and then you're like, wait, is this it? This can't be it. Okay, wait, maybe I need to do something more, and this can't be it. And it could be something of you don't know your body, or that person doesn't know their body, and so therefore they can't even think about how to even know your body. So you're both lacking.
Right.
You're both naive and you don't have it. And then you both are going through life with this idea of, is that it? Well, maybe it can be better. I don't know, but what is good? I feel like our world is full of people who really don't know their bodies. Therefore, they don't know that someone else doesn't know their body, which means that person can't possibly know yours.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't know theirs. So therefore, it's all fucked up.
Yeah, it's definitely a big part of it as well. And that is one of the things that's in here too, knowing your body, knowing your partner's body. One of the things I wanted to jump in here and get some of these out before we end the show tonight, but is connect with your spouse daily. Even if it's a little text, hey babe, I was thinking of you, because we all want to text nowadays. So, or a little note in their lunchbox. I don't know, whatever you want to do, something that you could do to connect with your spouse daily, something that's going to uplift them, something that's going to make their day, something that's special between, you two. And I have a couple back in Indianapolis, and what he'll do in the wintertime sometimes is he'll start her car in the winter, and then he'll leave on the seat maybe a rose, or he'll leave her favorite candy bar. Okay, just something little, just to know that you're paying attention to the person that you're with. Just give them a reason to smile that morning, especially on a snowy day. Okay, something nice
I
like
need
that.
that.
Right, me too. So, Danny and I, we've talked about this a lot. Say no to pornography. Okay, pornography is gonna get you set up to the point where you're gonna fail. Okay.
I'm sorry. Can we watch together?
Well, it's okay to watch some of it together, but if you're looking at pornography as the end all and be all of,
no.
But if it's
porn
something,
is not education, it is entertainment.
Right. I agree, and it's very entertaining.
It is not education, so stop watching it to try to learn something that you should already know, because that's not what it's showing you.
or
it is entertaining you.
More importantly, stop watching it thinking that your partner is all of a sudden going to become a porn star.
Or that she's going to respond the way that woman or man is. Yeah.
Or that, yeah. That's I think that's the catcher. I don't mind watching porn so much, but don't depend on porn to fix your sex life, because
we can fake it, and we can fake it. Trust me. Oh no, we can fake how they sound, but it's not real. So that
and ladies, quit getting mad at your man if he does watch porn.
Oh no, yeah. Just do understand that it's entertainment.
Entertainment. It's like watching a movie.
Pop some popcorn and sit down next to him.
Man,
and you never know. And you never know. You might just learn something new about your partner, male or female, that they might want to try. I don't think porn is that bad as far as getting some ideas to try some new things, but also educate yourself. And but porn is not the end all and be all of your relationship. Okay, so just tread lightly. Tread lightly. If you're watching it for entertainment purposes, or let's try this or let's try that, that might be one thing. But
For educational purposes,
you know, if you're doing something like that, maybe possibly, but don't get all, fellas, don't, you gonna get your feelings hurt. That's what you're
don't
gonna
do it
get.
to yourself. Don't do it to yourself.
Then it says stop fantasizing about other people. That was interesting to me.
I get it.
It says be faithful mentally as well as physically. Scripture, and this is from a Christian site that I got this little piece off. Scripture addresses this in Matthew 5:28. But I say to you that everyone who looks at a woman with lustful intent has already committed adultery.
Okay,
so if you're into, religion and that kind of thing, yeah, you're not supposed to be doing that. But guess what? Human nature is to look.
Can I give my interpretation of that?
Yeah, go ahead.
The way I see that is not necessarily to tell you to not look at that person like, ooh, but understand that the fantasy of the person and the reality of the person are two different things.
Very true.
That right there is how I'm taking that. All that other whatever. No, look, you ain't blind.
Right.
If you're attracted to it, you're attracted to it, but be careful. Being attracted to it, just because you're attracted to it doesn't mean that you need to do something about that.
Right.
Fantasy versus reality.
Right.
Fantasy versus reality. I had a fantasy of somebody for a long time. I was like, oh, I bet I wondered. And I saw something, and that whole thing went down the fucking drain.
It's just that quick.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Like
reality. It's, it's just like, Danny, when we talk about how we as women, we see somebody, we're attracted to that guy, and within like 2.2 seconds we've married him. We've got the children, we've got the dog named Spot, we got the white picket fence, and
you ain't even said hello yet. You ain't
said
said hello. So don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it, because you can't.
The fantasy may not always live up to what reality is. So
right. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Another one is flirt with your spouse or your partner. A little flirting can't hurt.
I'm a big flirt. I can do that.
It's amazing what a little wink across the breakfast table will do. A little wink, a little squeeze of the hand, or raised eyebrow can convey, or grab a hand, grab the balls. Text your husband or wife to let them know you can't wait to see them later tonight. Slip a little note in your wife's purse telling her how fantastic she looks today. And a lot of guys, a lot of people think that when you're in a relationship, you got to do all these grandiose things. But these little things mean on a consistent basis mean so much more than, oh, let's plan this big expensive vacation that we're gonna rip and run and spend a bunch of money and
if I'm gonna spend a bunch of money on a room, enjoy that room. Understand?
We're gonna be
spending a lot of money on a room.
We're gonna be in that room.
Damn it, I'm gonna enjoy that damn room. I promise you. Or we can just do that at home.
I got teenagers. Give me a room.
So, but a lot of people do that. A lot of people think they have to do this big grandiose thing when they could do something very small and intimate. A little note, a little handwritten note, is quite effective So you don't have to do all these grandiose things. You can do something small, just be consistent with it. And don't be afraid. The other thing is, don't be afraid to do it. You know, a lot of people think, oh, yeah, she's not going to like that. Or you talk yourself out of doing something
You
because
do something like that and you mess around and come home and she in a trench coat waiting for you.
You can thank us later.
Thank you. I'm just saying. Or you walk in the door and everybody's gone, and before you even able to drop your keys, she done fell before you and is unbuckling your pants and taking to give you a blowjob. You never know what could happen by little bitty things.
Mm-hmm. Everybody wants to feel appreciated. They want to feel loved. They want to feel like they matter. And when you're in a relationship with someone, those are the kinds of things that help with confidence. They help strengthen your bond with your partner. Because a lot of times I just like the little things. Like I can't have I had this one gentleman many years ago who was liked me, who was infatuated with me, actually, and would send me all kinds of beautiful, gorgeous, absolutely stunning bouquets of flowers to my job. I'm allergic to flowers. Highly allergic to flowers. So if you're buying me flowers, to me, you trying to kill me, okay? You trying to send me into some kind of sneezing fit that will never end, okay? So, but I would try to explain to him, I'm allergic to flowers. You know, if you want to send me a stuffed bear or something like, but he wouldn't listen. He just kept sending me flowers to my job. And then I have to put these things in my trunk to get them home. And then they would be way in the kitchen at Jasmine in the townhouse. And so they were so far away from me.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but to me, that's just blatant disrespect.
Not listening.
Blatant. That's blatant.
Not listening. Not listening. So you have to really, you know, and this is what he's done for other women and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, to me, I would have rather you sent me the money that you were spending on sending me the flowers. So that would have been, or yeah, or take me out. But so just remember, just because you did it with one person doesn't necessarily mean the next person's going to like it.
I'm going to say it don't work for everybody.
It doesn't. One size don't fit all, okay? It just does not. Another one is build your spouse up. Short to the point statements can go a long way in building up your spouse's self-image. Dang, honey, you look good in them jeans. Okay, you know, little things like that. You know, just give. Especially some days we just don't feel pretty. You know, we just. I'm having one of those days today. I just don't feel pretty. I'm cute, but I'm not pretty today. You know, so somebody saying, "Oh, baby, you look good." That would be wonderful to hear.
Oh, baby, you look good.
Yeah. You're going to get some tonight. You're going to get some tonight.
Y'all are hilarious.
But I'm just saying, sometimes that's all it takes. It's simple. We make relationships complicated. Relationships are simple. They're very simple. But when you add in the human factor,
they're not so simple.
We fuck it up as quick as we can possibly do it for whatever reason.
Damn.
This one I think is really a good one, and this one I really would like to. The funniest thing is I just watched something on roles in relationships, but this one is bear each other's burdens. So what they mean by that is, like, for example, if normally I would pick up the children from school, my husband picks them up. That's just an example. Okay. Normally, maybe if I'm the one that's doing all the cooking, maybe he gets in the kitchen and he cooks one night. But just things that, whatever it may be that I normally would do, maybe he just takes that off my plate for the evening.
Are you talking about that gentleman who is so clueless about actual relationships that he made a fool out of himself? Talking about what is a role? What are your roles?
Are you talking about that TikTok video? That was hilarious.
I think there was.
He puzzled me so much. He sent like I'm.
It's another. Okay, so the guy is another. What should we call it? A spawn of Kevin Samuels.
Hold on, wait. To an extent, because I can't even put that all on Kevin Samuels, because
no,
Kevin
I'm
Samuels
not putting it. I'm not gonna.
This dude right here, this dude right here, he wants a slave.
Yeah, he
wants a goddamn slave.
He's trying to follow in. When I say that, he's trying to follow in them footsteps, so to speak, with his own platform.
All the wrong information, all the entire wrong information.
We're talking about the guy that asked the other guy, well, what is your wife's role in the relationship?
Yes. Yeah. And that man that has been married over 20 years gave him the exact real. There is no such thing as roles. When you actually get to what's in a relationship, what it means to be a unit, to be married, the teamwork makes the dream work, damn it. It don't do it, it's not well, why do you think that they're tired? Because they're tired, because they work too. So because they work, they're tired. You know what? You sound stupid. You sound like you want a slave. You want somebody who's going to be a workhorse for you. Say that then. And you can get the women who want to be that, because there probably are women that want to be that for him. But do not do a blanket statement about all women and all men that that's what they want. Because when you get into that shit and you start realizing you want her to do all of those things, and you want her to fuck you, and you want her to do that, and you want her, and then you realize why she ain't doing it. And then the moment another man come on and say, hey, baby, let me take that all off of your plate. Come over here. I got you. You wondering why she leaving you the fuck alone.
Mm-hmm.
Go on somewhere with that shit. You ain't been married that damn long. And if you are, I feel for your wife.
Oh, she won't be there much longer. I mean, and here's the thing. I don't know if the man was married. I don't know if he's married, not married. I have no idea. But why I called him like a Kevin Samuels spinoff is because because this young man was not saying what he wanted to hear, he hung up on him. He cut him off. He just, because this young man was speaking the truth, and he was speaking what works for him and his relationship. This gentleman, because it doesn't go with what his warped old-timey philosophy is of how a relationship is supposed to be.
That's my spirit.
And it's just, you know what, guys, whatever you do, please do not get please do not get bamboozled by folks that have antiquated thought processes. Okay, because your relationship is your relationship, point blank, period. I understand that relationships go through issues and problems, but please do not go to people that just have an opinion. That's it. That's all they got is an opinion. They don't have any real live, honest to goodness relationship counseling. They haven't been to school for it. They're not educated. They don't understand some of the stuff that they're saying, even because Mr. Samuels had no formal training, none whatsoever, no college degree. And this was and his studies were not in relationships at all. So be careful when you get out here and you're listening to these people pop up, all these gurus pop up on the on YouTube, or including myself, okay, including myself. But I can produce my credentials, thank you, including myself. But understand, if they are giving you cookie cutter answers, this is the one thing I cannot stand. If they are giving you cookie cutter answers, and what I mean by cookie cutter answers is if you've ever seen a tray of cookies, Nabisco cookies, they all look exactly alike because they come from one type of press. You are not one type of press. You are different in all kinds of ways, and your relationship and your partner are different. Stop going to these people that are going to give you, take your money, take your time, belittle you, and not listen to how the dynamic of what the dynamic is of your relationship, and work with your dynamic in order to make it better. They just going to tell you what they've been taught, or they're just regurgitating and have no idea how to help you. None. Zero. Nada. And if they can't handle the fact that your relationship is different from theirs and they hang up on you or they belittle you, they are not truly people that can help you in the first place. They're just not. And they make it difficult for those of us that are out here trying to work with folks and their sexual relationships and their intimacy in their relationships, and get you out of the rut that you're in, because you probably still have feelings, or you still care for the person, or you're not trying to be out there. You want to be with the person you're with, but how do I fix it? How do I make it better? So yeah, these people are giving, the people that I know that are taking the time to do the research, that are taking the time to do the study, are taking the time to even do self-reflection on themselves in order to be able to talk to people about whatever it is that you want to talk about when it comes to your intimate and your sexual relationship, including this show. We all learn from each other.
Yep.
I might be a little bit of the ringleader, but I learn from these ladies each and every week, and we do not belittle each other. We can agree to disagree. We can agree to disagree.
Yep.
But we're going to talk, and we're going to listen, and not let somebody try to out-talk us and belittle us. And those are the things that people like Kevin Samuels, or Kevin Samuels himself, those are the pieces of them that I do not agree with and I do not care for. There were some things that Kevin Samuels said where he hit the nail right on the damn head. I have no argument with it whatsoever. But there are other bigger portions of it that were damaging. And I saw the damage part, and I can't agree with those kinds of things. And then what I have seen is other men spawn off of what he was doing, and they're damaged because, number one, he was damaged. I could see that a mile away. He was damaged. So these gentlemen that are out here giving you all and can't listen to another man say, hey, look, in our household, the household that I'm in for 20 years with the woman, with the mother of my children, this is how we do things. And
like, how you gonna really be mad at somebody that they're not running their household the way you're running yours?
But theirs works. Remember that. I'm not sure why the gentleman was even calling in. I don't even know why. For what? For
I would like to see the whole video because, yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, I actually was able to watch a live of his.
Mm-hmm.
And oh no, that's exactly what it is. They believe that it's a certain woman that they want, and all women should want to be like that woman. I'm off the clock because I don't have hair down my back that's naturally mine. I wear jeans. Um, I guess you can say I talk back because you're not
Okay.
going to just talk to me crazy and tell me what to do, and I'm not going to say something to you. So I guess I would be mouthy. Um, and they don't want women with attitudes because then that
Oh,
means
that's me all the way. I fit everything in
Don't
that.
make me look. Don't want a woman with an attitude. Don't make me have one. How about that?
and pretty much what they want is a Stepford wife.
Right.
Those don't exist.
That is what is considered to be the European standard of what a woman should be. Sorry, but
So in other words, and this is one of the things
I'm
that
black.
this is one of the things that I've noticed is the slave mentality is alive and well in a lot of these black men that are giving all of this advice because you have the European mentality. I don't know if you guys are going to get to watch it. I know I'm going to watch it. The Woman King, yeah, the woman. What is it? With
Woman
Viola
King.
Davis.
Yes.
That's a true story. Everybody.
Yes.
Everybody, that's a true story. Hello, for all y'all
When
that
does
said
that come out?
I want to say it's September 9th. Well, I'm gonna get you the date. I'm gonna get you the date. I'm gonna get the date. I can do that. At the trailer. Release date is 9/16/2022. So the 16th
I am going to the movies to see that.
September is when it's going to be released.
That's my sister's birthday. Okay, I'm going to go see it.
So a lot of people, like I said, we want to make women out to be meek and weak. And these are women in Africa, folks. Our motherland. A lot of us, it's our motherland. Hello. Stay with me, gentlemen. So, and not only, I mean, we as women go through a lot, especially Black women. I know it. I say it. I mean it. I'm not going to sugarcoat it because, I wasn't raised that way. I've said it before and I'll say it again. When you try to sugarcoat shit, as my father would say, it's still shit. It just got sugar on it.
You know what? I don't see a lot of men actually. I don't know a lot of men that actually feel the way those men do. I don't. Any of the men that I know that have been in a relationship for a very long time or a certain maturity level, I'll say that. They don't even come close to talking like that. Their whole thing is, all right, so what we doing?
Yeah, what rebuilding.
It's true, but there are a lot of men out there that have not been in healthy and or stable relationships that do feel that way. And unfortunately, a lot of them are my generation or younger because I'm an older millennial. So I kind of fit in with them Gen Xers because I'm like the first year of millennial. A lot of them are millennials and young. A lot of them were raised in a lot of the men, mind you, this is a male. A lot of them were raised in single mother homes where she worked a full-time job, cooked, cleaned, was the mother, the father, washed his clothes, didn't do no chores, and treated him like she was her husband.
Well, there, yep, you, on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'll take that. And every time he dates a woman, she's not good enough for her baby boy.
Mm-mm.
It's that mental incest without being incest, and those are the types of men that are acting like that. And I hate to say it, but it's true.
And on that note, we're going to have the benediction. Can we please pass a collection plate?
We have the church say amen.
The doors of the church are open.
Right. Come
He's
on.
right now.
Amen.
You know, well, and the whole thing is that, you know, we're sitting here and we are trying to educate people about relationships, and that personal relationship with yourself is the one that a lot of people don't want to delve into. They don't want chit chat about that.
It starts with it.
Yep, it does. It does. It starts there and it ends there. Let's just be honest. It starts there and ends there. And if you're not willing to understand, here's the problem with what people are saying. Here's the biggest my biggest issue with this kind of rhetoric is the fact that for some unknown reason you think you still get to knock the woman in the head and drag her off to the cave. It ain't like that no more. Okay, gotta find a woman. I'm gonna hit her in the head, take her to the cave. I'm gonna fuck her like a dog, and that's that. No, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't. And for those types of men to be so narrow-minded, but then expect so much. You got a laundry list of what this woman is supposed to be able to do, but yet and still you give her no credit to even have mind enough to do it, to be honest.
The other part of it is a lot of them don't even want to, they want us to do all of these things, but want us to also go half on the bills. I don't know if it's enough time in the day to do all that. You want me to cook you breakfast in the morning, iron your clothes, wash your dirty drawers, take care of your kids, feed you, clean the house from top to bottom, and work an 8-hour a day job.
And give you half of my check.
And give you half of my check to pay 50% of the bills.
And still give you sex and head and all that good shit.
And still give you sex and head and maybe a threesome if you're freaky.
And by the way, don't gain any weight.
Right. Oh, and you have to be arm candy. Your hair needs to be down the middle of your back. You can't cut it. You can't color it. You can't wear it in braids. You have to be.
And I want it straight.
And, you can't wear makeup, but you got to be beautiful.
And you need to wear 4-inch heels.
4-inch heels. And be at my beck and call and crawl on your knees and say, yes, daddy, every time I call you.
Damn, my husband ain't getting none of that shit. Damn. Am I just that fucked up? Damn.
Look, you made it 25 years. These other jokers,
they're not even making it 2
or 3. So
I didn't make it 5. I made it 5.
Let's see. I didn't make it 1, and I didn't make it. Oh my God. I think 2 before we got divorced, the second one. So 2 or 3, something like that. But the bottom line is this. That kind of rhetoric is antiquated.
Mm-hmm.
It's antiquated, and honestly, it is a form of control, which is a form of abuse. It's trying to be controlling and abusive. You don't have to put your hands on somebody. We've talked about that before. You don't have to put your hands on somebody to be abusing them. You can abuse them psychologically and mentally as well. By making her feel inferior and like she can do absolutely nothing right, which is a lot of the time part of this, as well to keep her in her place, so to speak. Now, ladies, if this is something that you want to do, hey, fine.
By all means.
Yeah.
That would be consensual.
That's consensual. But if this is something that you
That is
feel
my
like you
favorite
have,
word. Consent.
have to do, you have to be like this. I have to obey him. I have no say.
In the words of Samuel Jackson, all I got to do is stay black and die.
There you go.
It cracks me up. People laugh at me when I say it. And I only say this line because it's more prevalent now because we know what it is. And a lot of times I tell this to more men than anything, but women, it happens. Y'all do it too. And I tell people, your narcissism is showing.
Yep. And we not
because you think the world revolves around only you, and that everybody has to cater to only you.
Well, let's be real. Everyone on this planet has some sort of narcissism in them.
Exactly, but I like to let people know when there's this showing from underneath their bloomers.
Right.
When it's over, it's innate in my nature. I know I have my narcissistic tendencies. I'm a whole Scorpio. It's very in depth in our nature. But for me to know what it is and recognize it and be able to minimize and control it, and for other people to just do it and act like it's normal, and it's like, I'm not a narcissist. No, I need you to look at what you're saying to me and what you're doing. Your narcissism is showing. Dial that back some, because life isn't centered around you.
And there you have it. And there you have it. And like I said, ladies, if this is something, if you're in this type of a relationship and you want to get out of it, there are ways for you to do that as well. Gentlemen, if you're like this, stop it. just stop it. Just because, first of all, if you even go back actually and look at real live, honest to goodness history for real, you will find out that when a king got a queen, she had her own kingdom that she was coming from. And they united those kingdoms together. And those women that were queens were educated. They spoke fluent languages. Yeah, they did needlepoint and whatever else. But some of those queens were strategists when it came to war. They were better strategists than the men were. Shall we talk about a Trojan horse?
Right.
I can go on and on and on, but you all want to sweep women under the carpet. We're here not to do that, because it is shown all throughout history. Even though we aren't aware of some of our own American history, American Black women history, it is starting to come to the forefront. Who put John Glenn on the moon? A Black woman. Go look at Hidden Figures. She was real. She just passed not too many years back.
Yep.
So don't think that us sitting around being docile in this day and age, is going to keep you on top of any kind of pedestal. Financially, socially, it's not. It's not. My father always told me that a Black man, the most dangerous weapon he can have is a Black woman that's standing beside him to support him. Not one in front of him to pull him along, and not one behind him so he has to drag the dead weight, but one beside him to support him in his good days, his bad days, his in-between days, in any other kind of days that he's having.
Yep.
And if she's not bright enough, the one back here and the one up here is way too headstrong and way beyond him, you ain't gonna have nothing. You ain't gonna have a thing. Not a thing. Not true happiness, nothing. And on that note, who's that? That's not me. Usually that's me. Danny, was that you? Usually it's me. They're quiet out here tonight. Okay, because it rained. they swimming.
Well, I just so happen to live across the street from a hospital, so it tends to happen.
Yeah, we got a lot. So, ladies, I think we had a great convo tonight. We touched on a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Yeah, this is going to be definitely something that we need a part 2 because there's some more stuff that they were mentioning. So we'll definitely have to do another part 2 on this one. But Danny, let everybody know what you've got going on, this producer extraordinaire out there.
Well, we are in the process of submitting as we speak. So happy about that. I will be in Chicago. So if you need some shots done, I will be available on the 25th and the 29th. Let me know. And find me at Danny's Window. Everything. DANIZWINDOW.
All right. And Jasmine.
So, a few things happened over the weekend. Mistress Crush, a friend of the show, introduced my Dom house. House of Purple Rain is officially a house, and I am officially Mistress Rain. So catch me for all your pro Dom needs, specialties, cuddling, sensual and intimacy, wax and fire. So that happened this weekend. I'm excited. But catch me on social media, Jasmine Purple Rain on Facebook, Purple Rain's Play Palace on Instagram. I got a lot of things that I'm trying to put together, but the biggest thing is the exotic birthday bash, the alter ego birthday bash, October 29th here in Indianapolis, Indiana. It's going to be a great, great, great time, hosted by our very own Miss Juicy. So I can't wait. And just look out for great things coming in 2023 as I embark on this new journey of being Mistress Rain.
Okay. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know. Oh, I'm so proud
I didn't know
of you.
this was going to happen either. I just thought she asked me to bottom for her at the swingers event we went to this past weekend. Shout out to Clubhouse Kentucky. They put on an amazing event here in Indy. And I was assist her and bottom with her this weekend. And when I bottomed, she introduced me. She had been training me and mentoring me for a while now. And I actually got to do on Saturday, I got to co-top with her and Nephesis. So as we know, as Entice. We got to co-top with her this weekend, and I got to experience my first Pro Dom live demo because I've not done that. I've done private sessions, but it was amazing. So
welcome.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh, I know it is exciting. I can remember my first time. I was so freaking nervous, right, Danny? I felt like I was so nervous when we did that wicked, and when Keith filmed us. Filmed us, that was my first filming. I'd never been filmed before, so that was really nerve-wracking. But we got through it.
We did.
It was great. It was really great. Had a fun time. So I do understand completely. Once you do it, though, you just keep doing it.
I am. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I'm gonna be posting pictures. I posted some pictures from me bottoming from her because those were some of the most beautiful pictures I had seen of a bond, and it was just an off. And the dungeon we had this weekend was an all-female dungeon. We had no male dom at this event. It was just us ladies. So it was just a great bond and feeling, and sisterhood. So it was great.
Cool.
Well, all right.
And for you guys, I'm headed to Indy this weekend. Going back to Naptown.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you.
I'll be in Naptown this weekend. Heading there Thursday to spend time with my fam. Friday, Saturday, 317 is going down. Okay. Everybody knows. If you know, you don't know, you do know now. I am a retired MC. I retired from the set, but I do always support my club brothers and sisters that are out there that are on the set and that are live. So I will be at 317 with Juicy Boutique. Got all your naughty stuff, okay? So you can take it back to your room. Do whatever you do. So I will be there Friday and Saturday. We're going to be at the Crown Plaza Hotel out by the old airport, okay? Crown, it is a takeover. I'm sure it's already sold out as far as the hotel goes. I will post up again the flyers so that if any of you are still trying to get rooms, there is an overflow hotel that you can get yourselves acquainted with if they even still have rooms over, because this is 317's 20-year anniversary.
Yes,
So I got to give a shout out to, Tic Tac and all 317 brothers and sisters. I love y'all. Thank you to Miss Spice, my former sister, and Miss Taste of Honey, my former sister from Indie Black Pearls, for having me come home for this event. They are now 317 and have been for a little while now. I got off the set, so I'm good. Don't nobody come talking to me. Don't even think about it, because I'm bringing some shit and I will definitely use it on you. Okay, so then I had to put that disclaimer out there, but I'm looking forward to being back in Naptown for the weekend. 4 days, little mini vacay, bringing my godson. It's his birthday weekend, so we definitely gonna turn up, have a good time in Naptown. Plan on seeing my family, as much of you as I can. Please, please, please come on over to the Crown Hotel. That's where I'm gonna mostly be hanging out Friday and Saturday, just having some fun and just really just being back in Indy. It's going to be fun for the weekend. So after that, I will be traveling in September and October. I am booking all the way into November so far. So I got a couple of trips to Chicago, got a couple of trips back to Indianapolis. I've got a new trip to Columbus, Ohio for an MC event. So just keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Miss Juicy is back. I am definitely back. And I am out and about doing my thing, selling my toys, putting on my classes. If you need a submission class, if you want to learn about submission, what it really is, I'm your girl. So I love you, ladies. I know I can't do the show without you all. Oh my God. I love spending this time with you guys. I know we went over like tonight. I don't really care. But we had a lot of great information, but we do definitely want you guys to come back and join us again. Tell a friend. This is a lot of useful information that we give you. It is a no judgment zone, so we definitely want you to come and be a part of the adult conversation right here on Juicy Tales Erotic Chat. We will be back next Monday night once again. My beautiful co-hosts, my melanated queens, with all of their knowledge and gorgeousness, definitely going to be talking to you. We'll have another hot topic or possibly a special guest. You just never know. We want you to come and join us, okay? I think it's a good idea. It's fun. Okay, guys. Everybody stay safe. Remember, enjoy, enlighten, and embrace eroticism. We'll see you next Monday night at 6 p.m. for our folks out on the West Coast, 8 p.m. Central Standard, 9 p.m. for our folks on the East Coast, and our brothers and sisters in Barbados. Once again, we love all of you. Remember, see you next week. All right. Bye-bye. Farts and kisses.